Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So 3 new Fire King cards, they have been, revealed, released yesterday, and they're actually good. Well, 2 of them. I'm not so sure about the new trap. The new trap is like, upon activation you need to special summon like a Wing Beast, etc. from both grave, hand and deck. That's okay-ish, but it doesn't really do that much, so I'm not a huge fan of the trap card. I'd rather, use that main deck space for other cards, like Imperm, for example, or the new cards. They also got a new monster, it's very similar to Barong. It also has the same special summoning capabilities like Barong. When like a face-up Fire King monster is destroyed, you can special summon that new one to the field. And, the left one, I believe it's called Avatar, the one that negates monster effects. The new one negates spells and traps. That's fantastic. That's really, really solid. Plus, it now gives the deck an option to, as you see here now, to be searched during your opponent's turn. You know how it went with Fire Kings before? Stuff like Barong only triggered during the next standby phase, so that's super slow. But these new cards, including, the wave that was released a couple of weeks ago, makes it so that you can search them during your opponent's standby phase, after, your first turn, for example, and use those quick effects still to advance your game state, I guess, or, negate stuff from your opponent, since this is, I guess, the desired field of having both, like Hanuman, I believe the name is, the spell and trap negator, and the Avatar one, the level 4 one that negates monster effects, and then, keep recycling between Barong, etc. There are also, and that I guess the gimmick of the deck is you want to get those small loops going of, let's say, both Garonics, during the standby phase, the next one special summon them, blow up the entire field, monsters, and then keep recycling with the Exceed, for example, or another Garonics, and that's, I think, one of the most important ones is Kirin, also one of the new level 8s, again, it was revealed some time ago, is that it's basically a quick effect, pop something like a Fire King from your hand or field, very similar to Vanquish Soul. You can dodge like an Imperm and then, special summon it. Plus, and I believe the popping effect is much more important, or is also important, when this one, your green one, is popped, you can reborn something from the grave, and then, again, your opponent cannot respond, or they have to respond before that. Before the monster is special summoned, you can pop a card from your opponent. So again, fantastic, like destruction, interruption during your opponent's turn as well. The last card is also a new quick play, again very similar to Circle. Well, similar. I mean, it's just a quick play. The new quick play makes it so that you can destroy Fire Kings on your side of the field, so 1, 2, 3, and then destroy the same amount on your opponent's side of the field, or at least cards. So it's like an Icarus-alike, Icarus Attack, I believe, card. Again, very solid, but it's a quick play spell, so, Search Barong, use its effect, etc. So that's really, really strong. It kind of gives the deck more options to go second as well. Like before, in my previous build, I was main decking Dark Ruler and Eclipse, Book of Eclipse. I dropped both of them for hand traps, like as in Imperm and Ash, and of course, the new cards as well. You're not really using your extra deck that much, but I might make some small changes, like add in, just in case Little Knight, for example, might, be a staple addition. The new Zeus, what is it, Doomsday Star, the name is, why not? It should be actually in there, but, I mean, you can. So anyway, Onslaught. Onslaught is a hit or miss. I still think at least a 2-off, maybe even a 3-off, just in case you're going second. But it's kind of awkward going first, so I might actually put the card to 2. You want to see it sometimes, but not all the time. So here in this case, a couple of interruptions. I can play through that, what is it, Kirin, dodge, so now the big Garonics, the new one, does trigger popping something from the deck, and now this is just fine. The Garonics will first Barong search, search the spell and trap negator, then Garonics summoned, pop the entire board. Both monsters could trigger, but I'm not going to trigger the level 8 Garonics, so the level 8 is summoned off of the level 4 Avatar, and the new Garonics special summoned with its built-in effect. And this could be important. Drop the spell negator, and now I am using indeed the level 8 Kirin to reborn the monster negator and Nibiru during your own turn. But it's fine though, I can just pop my own Exceed, use its effect, reborn 2 again, making sure that I can keep recycling those Barongs right. And again, like the setup of both the spell and trap, again very similar to Sprite with red and carrot. I mean, it's very similar to this. So I kind of underestimated them getting like a spell and trap negator. I mean, the fact that it's just like Barong, it has the capability to special summon itself during your opponent's turn, or yeah, yeah, that technically is correct. But whenever like a Fire King monster is destroyed, that's kind of good. Again, you know, put pressure on your opponent and again more negations. So going second, and this is still a problem. No interruptions, no hand traps. The deck is, you know, needs to play through a multiple negation board, but that kind of counts for a lot of decks, right? So here in this case, it's not looking too grim. It's not looking too good. It's looking grim. What is it? Appaloosa, more negations, counter trap as well. So I don't see many outs for this. Maybe like main deck Dark Ruler, or you know, game number 3 potentially side decking stuff like Dark Ruler is definitely needed. But I don't think you need to main deck Dark Ruler. Maybe Talons. I mean, that's standard, but the deck has a lot of built-in archetype tools to both be flexible and go first and second. Circle is important to recycle, dodge, hand traps, imperm, veilers, plus interruptions as well, or force out an interruption. So again, really solid. I think I have 3 circle now in the main deck for, you know, disruption. But I don't see an out here because of Appaloosa, so get Garonix, use a quick play spell to, you know, force out, I guess, a Baron, but again, it's not going to matter too much. Garonix is destroyed. I needed to destroy that second copy in hand, and that was a problem. Because now I'm lacking another level 4. Imagine, no, I don't have, at least I think I have Excite and I, but I mean, there's just so many follow-up plays for here, so no, this was a goner. Go first again, get Ashed. Yeah, that's the thing. A well-timed Ash could be important. I mean, if your hand is kind of mediocre, an Ash on Fire King Island, not the end of the world, but you know, you need a strong follow-up play after that. So again, this is super desirable. Again, Fenrir is a problem because now I'm forced to use my Exceed, Quick Exceed during the opponent's turn and then blow up the entire field of monsters. Here, preemptively, I indeed use level 8 Kirin, drop my Spell Negator, and then, you know, you double, or at least reborn double Baron. So let's see if there's interruption. Yeah, negate thrust, we definitely do that. That triggers Garonix popping another Barong, so that's already 2 Barong searches during my turn. So again, fantastic. I have circle too, and this is so important. Dodge and, you know, have that loop going between both Kirins. A monster is reborn off of Kirin, so I can pop a card from your opponent, pop Unicorn, and no follow-up plays after that. So, like, this is superb. The new support gives the deck just more interruptions, more options to play during your opponent's turn. And the fact that they're searchable off of Baron during their turn, it makes things much better. So I really have high hopes for this. I'm not so sure if we can expect more new cards, or are there any new cards to be revealed still from the structure deck? Probably. Not too many, I think, but I have high hopes for this deck. It's actually solid, but I mean, stuff like Call By is a big one. Like Call By on Baron to stop like the entire turn, and even after that's kind of crucial. But I mean, Call By is at 1, right? But still, it's a strong deck. It's really a strong deck. It has potential. Depends on the ban list, of course, but I mean, if it's just going to get released like a structure deck, why not, right? Like 3 from the structure deck is really solid, budget-wise, and, you know, some extra additions. I could see this definitely working as a solid deck. So anyway, Garonix, you know, the Quick Exceed is there, Baron on field, pop another Baron. So as soon as my opponent special summons, I can go for the Quick Exceed, destroy my own Baron. I still have, you know, a couple of interruptions during their turn with Kirin in hand for quick disruption. Special summon here, so I should indeed be going for the quick rank 8. Dark Hole the entire field to bar, you know, the new rank 8. This is all fine, I guess. This is not really, you know, like what's going to happen. Heat Soul for another draw. I mean, whatever, that's not really too important. Another draw, I guess, but I mean, as soon as you can get the ball rolling with double Barong, it's very hard to stop. You know, you can just gain so much advantage like this. Reborn the Garonix, the one that negates monster effects. The Exceed triggers because it was destroyed with materials. 2 materials, so that's 2 monster reborns. And again, you can just keep... And again, the new Garonix, the level 8 one, it's a free reborn. That's so insane. Pops from deck. You could potentially main deck Phoenix in Sacred Phoenix of Neptis. I'm not so sure. Probably just fine as a side deck option, right? Against like Labyrinth or stuff like that. But the deck is solid. The deck is really, really, really solid. And I think we can still expect like 1 or 2 cards, maybe. Maybe a new Barong-alike card. But I really have high hopes for this deck. Like more, you know, thought process of lines, optimization of the build. Again, I think the deck has potential. Okay, guys, this is it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave me signing out. Peace.